people every single day, but I never really think about it.
Right? It's just automatic.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Daniel. Good to see you again.
We're just sitting here at home, relaxing after work.
Yeah, it's nice. End of the day,
Totally. So today we're talking about daily conversations, just the kinds of things we say to people every day.
Right. Nothing fancy, just normal life.
Exactly. Because I think when you're learning English, it helps to hear how people actually talk.
Yeah, real conversations, not textbook stuff.
So let's just go through some examples.
Sounds good.
Okay, so let's start with something super basic, like when you see someone in the morning. What do you say?
Usually just good morning.
That's it?
Most of the time, yeah. Maybe hey or hi.
Do you ever ask how they are?
Sometimes, like good morning, how are you?
And what do people usually say back?
Good, thanks, how are you?
Right, it's almost automatic.
Yeah, totally. You don't even think about it.
I do the same thing. I'll say, "Hi, how's it going?" And they'll say, "Good, you?"
Exactly. It's kind of like a script.
But that's okay, it's just polite.
Right, you're acknowledging the person.
Do you ever have longer conversations in the morning?
With some people, yeah, like my neighbor.
What do you talk about?
Usually the weather.
The weather?
Yeah, like nice day today, or it's cold out.
That's so classic.
I know, but it's an easy topic.
True. Everyone has something to say about the weather.
Exactly. What about you? Do you talk to people in the morning?
Yeah, when I go to the cafe.
The coffee shop?
Yeah, I usually chat with the barista for a minute.
What do you say?
Just like, "Hi, how are you? Can I get a coffee?"
Pretty simple.
Yeah, and sometimes they'll ask how my day's going.
That's nice.
It is. It's just a quick, friendly exchange.
Those little interactions are nice, though.
I agree. They set a good tone for the day.
Totally.
Okay, so what about during the day, like at work or when you're out running errands?
At work, I talk to my coworkers a lot.
What kind of stuff do you talk about?
Mostly work things, like, can you help me with this, or did you see that email?
Right, practical stuff.
Yeah, but we also just chat sometimes.
About what?
Random things, what we did over the weekend, what we're having for lunch.
Oh, lunch is a big topic.
It really is. People love talking about food.
Same at my work. Someone will be like, "What are you eating?" And then we're talking about it for 5 minutes.
See, it's universal.
Do you ever have awkward conversations at work?
Awkward how?
Like when you run into someone in the hallway and you don't really know what to say?
Oh, yeah, that happens.
What do you do?
Usually I just smile and say hi, maybe mention the weather again.
The weather saves everything.
Pretty much.
I do the same thing. Or I'll comment on something random like, "Busy day, huh?"
Yeah, that works too.
It's just filling the silence.
Right, because silence can be uncomfortable.
Totally. Okay. What about when you're shopping or at a store?
Like talking to cashiers?
Yeah, or anyone working there.
I usually keep it pretty short.
Like what?
Just, hi, how are you? And then I'll ask for what I need.
Do they usually respond?
Most of the time, yeah. They'll say, good, thanks, or something.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Sometimes they seem happy to chat, and sometimes they're just doing their job.
Exactly. You can kind of tell.
Do you ever make small talk while you're waiting in line?
With other customers?
Yeah.
Sometimes, if the line is really long.
What do you say?
Maybe something like, wow, this is taking a while.
And then they'll agree, and you'll both complain a little.
Exactly.
I've done that so many times.
It's a bonding moment.
It really is. Complaining together brings people closer.
Sad, but true.
Okay, so let's talk about phone conversations.
Oh, those are different.
Right? Because you can't see the person.
Yeah, it changes things.
How do you usually start a phone call?
I'll say hello or hi, it's Daniel.
Do you identify yourself right away?
Usually, yeah. Especially if I'm calling someone who might not have my number saved.
That makes sense. I do the same thing.
What about when you answer the phone?
I just say, "Hello."
That's it?
Yeah, unless I know who it is. Then I might say, "Hey, what's up?"
Right, it's more casual with friends.
Exactly. Do you like talking on the phone?
Not really.
No?
I mean, it's fine, but I prefer texting.
Why?
Because I can think about what I want to say, and I don't have to respond right away.
That's fair. I kind of agree. What about you? Do you like phone calls?
It depends. With close friends or family, I don't mind. But for other things, I'd rather text.
Yeah, same. Although sometimes a phone call is just faster.
True, like if you need to explain something complicated.
Right. Texting back and forth can take forever.
Exactly.
Okay, so what about texting? How do you usually start a text conversation?
Just hey, usually.
That simple?
Yeah. Or Hey, how are you?
Do you use emojis?
Sometimes, not all the time.
I use them a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like it adds tone to the message.
That makes sense because text can seem cold sometimes.
Exactly. Like if I just say, okay, it might sound annoyed. But if I say, okay, it's friendlier.
I never thought about it like that.
It's a big difference.
I'll keep that in mind. Do you ever have trouble knowing how to end a text conversation?
Oh my God, yes. Right? It's so awkward sometimes.
You don't want to just stop responding, but you also don't want to keep going forever.
Exactly. What do you usually do?
I'll say something like, okay, talk later, or gotta go.
Yeah, I do that too. Or I'll just send a thumbs up emoji.
Does that work?
Usually, it signals that the conversation's ending.
Smart.
It's all about the little signals.
True.
All right, let's talk about ending conversations in person. That can be tricky too.
Oh yeah, especially if the other person keeps talking.
Right? You're ready to go, but they're not done.
What do you do in that situation?
I try to give hints, like I'll start wrapping up what I'm saying.
Does that work?
Sometimes, other times, I have to just be direct and say, okay, I should get going.
Yeah, that's probably the best way.
It feels a little rude though.
I don't think it is, as long as you're polite about it.
True. What do you say when you're ending a conversation?
Usually, all right, I'll see you later, or take care.
Classic.
It works.
Do you ever do that thing where you say goodbye but then keep talking?
Oh yeah, all the time.
It's so funny. You'll say, okay, bye, and then you're still standing there talking for another 5 minutes.
I know. I don't know why we do that.
It's like we can't help ourselves.
Exactly.
Okay, what about asking for help? Like if you need directions or information?
Oh, that's a good one.
How do you usually start?
I'll say, excuse me first.
To get their attention?
Yeah, and then I'll ask my question.
Like what?
Excuse me, do you know where the post office is?
That's polite.
I try to be. What about you?
Same. I always start with excuse me or sorry to bother you,
Yeah, that's good.
and then I'll ask whatever I need.
Do people usually help?
Most of the time, yeah, people are generally nice.
I've found that too.
Although sometimes they don't know the answer and they apologize.
Right, and then you both feel awkward.
A little bit, yeah.
But it's fine. You just thank them anyway and move on.
Exactly.
Okay, last thing. What about compliments? Do you give compliments to people?
Sometimes, yeah.
Like what kind?
Maybe, I like your shirt, or your hair looks nice.
Do people usually respond well?
Yeah, usually they seem happy about it.
That's nice.
What about you? Do you give compliments?
Not that often, honestly.
Why not?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not used to it.
You should try it. It makes people feel good.
You're right, and I should do it more.
And when someone compliments you, what do you say?
Usually just thank you.
That's the best response.
Yeah, simple and polite.
Some people feel awkward accepting compliments.
I know, they'll be like, oh no, it's nothing.
Right, but it's better to just say thanks.
I agree.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot of different situations.
Yeah, we really have.
Let's just recap a little bit before we finish.
Sure.
So, we talked about morning greetings, just simple things like good morning and how are you?
Right, and we talked about conversations at work with coworkers or in the hallway.
We also talked about talking to people at stores or while you're shopping.
Yeah, and small talk in lines or waiting rooms.
Then we moved to phone conversations and texting, how they're different from talking in person.
And we talked about ending conversations, which can be tricky.
Right, whether it's in person or through text.
We also covered asking for help and giving compliments.
Basically, all the little conversations that happen every day.
Exactly. And the main thing is just that these conversations are pretty simple.
Right, you don't need to overthink them.
Just be polite, be friendly, and it usually goes fine.
Exactly. Most people are just trying to be nice too.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, I think that's a good place to stop.
Yeah, me too.
So thanks for listening, everyone. We hope this felt natural and helpful.
And if you want, let us know in the comments about conversations you have every day.
Yeah, like what do you usually say to people? Do you make small talk? Are you shy or chatty?
We'd love to hear about it.
And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe.
We'll be back soon with another conversation.
Take care, everyone.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.